My name is Anthony Garza. I played Jude in our new short film, Devil Child, by the Scream King.
My name is Samuel Moya, and I played Kane in Devil Child, the Scream King's Devil Child.
And I'm Julian, writer and director of Devil Child. When I made my first video, it was the Scream fan film, and right after that, I figured I can do whatever I wanted. The amount of views that we got, which I still, from this day, can't believe. I made this other short film called The Purge Psychos, which is not a good short film. It's a joke. I even called it a parody today. But I did like the story that I had. It was about this guy, and he killed his entire family, and at the end, we find out that he was the killer and that he killed his brother. And I did write a sequel to it. So whenever I had written the sequel, I had originally called it Purge Vengeance. I had made a teaser for it. And after that, I kind of just lost the idea and I wanted to do something else, and I was doing other stuff at the time. Just around the summer of 2019, I had been looking through some old scripts I had wrote, and I had found that script of the sequel to my original Purge short film. I figured I want to redo this. I want to recreate it, restart everything that we had done before, and create this new story. And I wanted to stick with the same idea of it being this child and this older brother that kills his entire family, and he kills his brother midway through the story. And I knew I had to call it something cool, something more fun, Devil Child. I immediately knew that it was going to be a lot of fun, and the original title was going to be The Purge Devil Child.
It started as a thought in Julian's mind about a guy who went crazy and killed his family and his brother. And then we said, let's do it.
When I had finished the entire script, I was like, I feel like this should be a two-parter. It'd be a lot more fun what if the twist ending was it was the Purge the entire time and nobody knew, and having it being a secret Purge fan film. So in the original script, it was this whole entire story where we knew it was the Purge, until I figured I think it'd be a lot more fun if this was a two-parter. So part one would be us being completely blind with the idea, and us just following the story of this character Jude and how disturbed he is and how he is a murderer. And then in part two, we would dive into what the Purge would be for Jude. And that the Purge was also on his birthday, letting us know that this guy really is evil and he was just born to kill. I've always loved the idea of a horror film where we saw it just in the killer's perspective. Like, what if we saw Halloween and it was just Michael Myers' perspective, or Child's Play and it was just Chucky's perspective. We never saw Laurie or Andy or Nika or any of them like that, and we only saw it through the killer's eyes only, and then the side characters would be the lead heroine. And I was inspired certainly from some horror films from the 70s, especially from a horror film called Alice, Sweet Alice, which is a great horror film. I don't want to give anything away. Please, if you have never seen that movie, see it blind. And tons of other horror films where we don't see it through the killer's perspective. I've always just had that idea that it would be so much more fun if we saw it in the killer's POV only. And I knew that it was going to be a lot of fun doing that.
I remember one day I was taking the Scream King and Mr. Anthony to my house. Clothes were thrown on me. I had to put them on. I came in a garage and we started filming.
Working with Sam and Anthony in the last 4 years, I always have thought it'd be interesting if Anthony, where he usually does the comedy role, and it'd be a lot of fun if he touched the role of being the villain. When I was writing the script, I already had it in my mind of Anthony was playing Jude and Sam was playing King, which they both did a really good job doing.
It just sounded so fun. Reading the script, learning about Jude, it made me think, like, I could do this. You guys know in this channel, I'm more of a, funny guy, different accents, like Jake Leroy, but, or Danielle Van Dyke. But, I figured, hey, Jude's a pretty cool character, so let's try it.
Whenever I did my Tiffany fan film, Samuel was the lead in that one. I always thought it was going to be a lot more fun if Anthony had the chance to be the lead in this one, and this time he's the villain.
There wasn't really any agreement. I remember we read the script, and I was like, this is good. We gotta shoot this now. They took me to the garage. They stabbed me. They threw me. I don't even know what happened. I still don't know what happened.
My favorite part of writing this was almost everything. I knew in the beginning it had to start off strong where he sees a dead body in the morning that he had killed, which was something we had to change in the final cut, but it was going to build up to how unpredictable he was, how he's sort of like Michael Myers in a way. There's not a real reason why he does it. He's basically the spawn of the devil.
My favorite part of the entire short film has to be Kane's death, just because you see all the vulnerability and the struggle and all the emotions that Jude is feeling in that moment. He gets the yelling. He tells him he doesn't never wanted a brother, and you really feel that, especially people who go through those kind of things where they argue with their siblings, and it just feels like you get all the vulnerability of Jude, and you get to see all the emotion through Kane as his last breaths. It's just a good scene in general.
My favorite part will be me dying both times. Whenever in the dream sequence and whenever he kept stabbing me. That was by far one of my favorite parts. Falling back, being stabbed, blood coming down my mouth. That was fun.
My favorite part to film and write was also Kane's real death scene. I am a big fan of vibrant colors, you can see, and that it was going to be a lot more fun instead of just a regular fluorescent lighting and blood everywhere. It would be a lot more fun if the whole room was red and blue. Also, that kind of hints at the end and behind Kane, if you didn't notice, there's an American flag in the back, and obviously the American flag colors are red, white, and blue. That was a hint to the ending of how this was all going to turn out.
I would say the hardest part to film is anything when Anthony is holding a dangerous weapon, because it could happen. He can really cut you, and he's done it. He can poke you in the face with a knife. Average Tuesday for this guy right there. That's what made him the best part for Kane. Wait, who is he? Who is he again? Abel? Who are you?
I'm Jude.
And that was what makes him the best part for Jude.
A lot of the times I can't make it to the filming, and I'm usually the reason it takes so long, because I'm usually, off doing something else while they're doing their own thing.
It took us a lot of time making this. We only made this in a matter of 5 filming days, and yet it took us a whole month to actually get it all done filming. I love almost doing everything, filming it. It's a lot more fun. And the most hardest part and the most time-consuming part is post-production, which is editing, which is a lot of fun to do, though. It's a lot of work, but it's always worth it in the end.
My funniest story filming is whenever we were filming my death scene, and Mr. Anthony thought it was, great idea. Hey, let's shake Samuel, make me be scared, make me feel real, and it was a little too real. He shook me so hard, I fell back. I had plastic on me, I was tied up, and he just shoved me back, but it was hilarious, because I wasn't expecting it. Nobody was expecting it.
Okay, so there was this time where we were in here, we were shooting Kane's death, and I thought it was funny to grab a gun from Mr. Moya's garage, and I was like, look at this, director, and I cocked the gun, and I dropped, my face dropped to the ground, my jaw dropped to the ground. I was like, I fucked up, and I called Mr. Moya. I said, I think I've cocked this gun, and I think it's loaded, and we went outside, he fixed it, and it was not loaded, and everyone was fine, but it was just funny, because everyone was just laughing at the stupidity that I created.
What I use is what I'm using right now, filming. I use the Canon Rebel T6i. It is a pretty decent camera, not gonna lie, it's not too bad. I would love to advance it to something more in the future, but cameras are very expensive. And what I use to edit is Sony Vegas. I used to use Movie Maker for almost all my videos a couple years ago, but one day I will have to advance to Premiere Pro, which does seem like a really good editing software that I wouldn't mind using in the future.
Gotta say, my favorite part to film has to be the purge scene. Seeing all my friends in those crazy costumes, prancing around the streets in a pig mask to Danielle mask, and then just seeing me go full crazy putting that mask on just really shows that Jude is gone, and he's this new form of person.
My favorite scene to film would be me dying. The first time, whenever I had all the blood in my mouth, it was very intoxicating. It was numbing my mouth, and I had to throw it up. And I threw it up all over the pizza. I know some of you are disappointed. It was a great pizza, I can tell you that.
It was a lot of fun doing Devil Child. I couldn't believe that we even got some of our friends to star in it, and I'm really excited to dive into the second part. Now that you guys know, I hope you guys have at least watched Devil Child before you've seen this video. If you haven't seen Devil Child, please go check it out. It's by far one of my favorite things to do and one of my things to make. And I'm so excited for the second part, because this was the plan the whole time. We were going to have a sequel. I couldn't just leave you guys off with it being the Purge and not knowing what he's going to do. We're definitely going to do something a little different than what we did with Devil Child. It's a lot more fun, it's a lot more bloody, and I'm really excited because it's a sequel without a higher kill count.
Well, let me tell you something. We're making another one of these, and it's called...
As of filming this video, we are currently in production of the second part, which I have titled. And we do have a title. I had announced it. If you don't follow me on social media, we are calling it Angel of Death.
Angel of Death? I didn't mean to say that.
I still want you to stick with that Angel of Death, so that's up to you guys to kind of figure out. Tell me in the comments what you guys think the sequel will be about. I couldn't be any happier. If anything, I know I'm gonna look back and look at Devil Child and wish I did something different, but right now I'm really excited with what we did. I appreciate so much with the support that we have gotten and with the reaction videos that we got from Damn Dude Industries and Nightmare Crypt. I have to thank them a lot, and for them getting the word out on my short film.
Whoa!
What the fuck?
What the fuck?
Wait, they actually did that? I was not expecting that. That's insane.
That's awesome.
Quite the twist.
Oh! Oh my god! So wait a minute. Hold on. Wait. God, hold on. Oh shit!
I'm very excited with the amount of views that we have right now, and I really can't wait to move forward and progress to something much more higher in the future. We are almost at 1,000 subscribers. I am so excited. It's taken time, but without a doubt, it's all been worth it.
It looks, everything, all the colors pop a little. Hello, I am Anthony Garza. I'm an actor of Julian's and a best friend of Julian's. I do a lot of shit. We get a lot of shit done. Cause you know what? Cause we're goddamn good boys. Cause we're gonna ghost.
You never are.
Wash your windows for $40. Wash your windows for $40.
Thank you. I'm already washing myself. Ow.
Ow.
Good evening, Twitter. This is your boy Eat That Pussy 445, and about 30 to 40 minutes ago, I beat the fuck out of my dick so goddamn hard that my left leg has went totally numb. And also, my dick has went totally numb, to the point that it feels weird every time I take a piss. Hey there, little brother. I know you miss me. I missed you too. Except, I didn't. Because I never wanted a brother! Damn.
My favorite first one, Anthony went. I didn't feel a thing. That was fucking hilarious.
Alright. I hate you! You're a mistake! Wake up!
Fucking again!
I keep talking.
Oh my god! The coins! The chocolate!
I got the coins. You know, I never really wanted a little brother anyway. People always tell me it was a bad idea. I thought, you know, I could just handle them. Apparently not, because I never wanted you. Never. I dare you.
I'll eat your parents.
I'll eat your motherfucking mommy. Green Day, huh?
I hate you.
I hate you.
Steak. Okay, ready? So, and
yeah. I just went, yeah.
Ouch. Oh, I had to blink. That was my bad.
keep going. Fucking hell.
You fucking stupid! Stupid. This is what you should be doing, cleaning the kitchen. Right, Anthony? Gonna get an amen, brother.
Amen, brother.
Oh, that was too much.
Are we gonna fix these back to normal light bulbs or what?
Yeah, I'm coming back. It was just one light bulb.
How do I clean my hand? It's so red.
The spider. Beauty, eh? Oh, I fucking hurt my foot. Nope, don't fucking reach. Ooh. Yes, Daddy. I drink this to make me shit.
Speaking? Are you gonna eat?
I'm not hungry.
Well, if you don't eat, then you're gonna die.
What?
You know the human body can't withstand without eating for at least weeks or dehydration.
Why would you say that? I'm sorry.
You want to see my You want to see my secret belly button? You want to see my secret freckle?
You know what? I know people grieve differently. Sorry, sorry. My favorite part is that Anthony just.
Sorry, I'm sorry. Okay.
Monkey.
What? Just let's go again. Let's go again. Grieve? You think I'm grieving? I want to add the water sip, but
It's not. I'm not taking it seriously.
okay.
Just take out the water sip.
Okay. Death is inevitable. I want to get a drink of water. I don't know why. Oh, you think you could be cute? On my very special day, huh? Fucking hell, you got the goddamn line wrong.
I don't want to be cringy or anything, but I do want to say that we do have merch at thescreamking.threadless.com. We have shirts, we have stickers, we have all this art that is made by me. It's my rusty cartoon art. I love the aesthetic that I bring, and I hope you guys enjoy it. Without a doubt, follow me on Twitter and Instagram. Let me know what you want to see in the future, either with the shop or just with the channel in general. I am so happy, and I can't wait for the Scream King 2020. There's so many things I want to bring up this year. Sorry for the absence of people who are a fan of our Ghost Boys series. We do definitely want to make more, it takes so much time. We do have a script for another episode, but it's 40 pages long, and that's the longest script we've ever had. Devil Child was literally like 7 to 10 pages, and it's going to take a lot of time doing other stuff, but without a doubt, I do want to do comedy again. I do really want to do sketches and other stuff. Maybe one day I'll maybe do something that's not even horror at all. I've always thought about doing a short film that was not horror, just comedy or maybe a drama. I was a little off in 2019. I did make another short horror film that was a lot of fun to make. We had taken one of our characters from Ghost Boys, which was played by Anthony. He did one of my favorite characters that he does is Daniel Van Dyke, and we made a short parody horror film, and it was called Stage Fright. Please check it out, it's a lot of fun. I have made other videos with my friends that we have either done for school or I will put in the description down below. Thank you guys so much for the support. Please, I cannot believe how much we have grown on this channel. Really do appreciate all the support that we have been getting.
He really tries for everything he does. Really does a lot of good for this channel. He owns Anthony's channel, basically. Really brings us all together. Not just me and Anthony, but all the boys. Everybody.
To the boys.
To the boys. We're becoming the lads.
When we make these films, They're like his little babies, and he's handcrafting each one individually into its own little package, and they're sending them out in the world for people to enjoy them. And I enjoy making them because it's his dream, it's his goal. He wants to be able to make people smile. And I love his stuff. I watch everything. Day one, I'm there. He's putting everything he's got. He's putting 110%. That's why I love working with it. I love being in them. I thought I would never do this like years ago, but I love doing it now. Fuck Jordan Peele. Wait, let's get Julian out there. Come on, guys. Let's get 1,000 million views on everything. From Scream to Devil Child. Come on. This guy, I love him. He's like a brother to me. And I never want to let this man go. And he better not let me go.
Thank you guys so much for watching this video. Devil Child was so much fun to make, and I cannot wait to dive into the sequel.